Good damn morning, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again, trying the new camera setup. We'll see how I like it. But as promised last night, a review of the new Rambo movie, Last Blood. I guess, no spoiler alert. I won't give anything away you can't find out in the trailer. But I thought it was fucking great. If you've seen the last one, you knew what to expect. This is 10 years later. He's in his early 70s, but still has the ability to fuck shit up. Now, of course, I've been watching him since I was a kid. The first one, First Blood, where it was in that town. I think it took place in Washington. It was actually filmed in Canada. And, you got First Blood Part 2 and 3. I didn't like 3. I thought that was shitty, but whatever. And then 4 and now 5. And it was fucking great. Now, it's an action movie. Sometimes I just want to be entertained. I want to see a high body count. I want to see the right people get fucked up for the right reasons. I'm not trying to always watch, Inception or some shit where I got to pay attention to the plot all close and it's intricate and confusing. Sometimes that's cool, but sometimes I want to see people die. And that's what you get in this movie. Now, one of the reasons, of course, I want to see it because it's Rambo. I've been a fan and all that shit. But then I heard about all this SJW, one of these words that we hear all the time, backlash. So, a lot of the SJWs, the left, the liberals, or whatever, were hating on this movie. They said it perpetuated the dangerous stereotype of Mexicans. Who the fuck thinks all Mexicans are in cartels? Anyway, but there are Mexican cartels. And I thought it was smart. It's a current, relevant topic. It's something that we are dealing with. And there was a scene in that movie that I liked. I'll tell it to you without giving anything away. But there's a scene where he's coming back from Mexico and he has to cross back into America. But he didn't go through the border because of the situation. We'll put it that way. So he stops. There's like a barbed wire fence. There's a sign on there saying U.S. property, do not cross, U.S. land, whatever. But it's a barbed wire fence and he's in a pickup truck. So he stops, he looks at it, reads the sign, and then makes the decision, fuck it, I gotta go, I gotta do it. So he drives through the barbed wire fence. And I thought that was a good point. It was deep. I think it was making a point for both sides, saying that you need to take our borders seriously. You need to consider our borders. But his situation was so dire that he had to cross. Now, is anyone coming in here under the same circumstances as Rambo? Fuck no. You gotta watch the movie. And it's certainly not what they tell us that we just want a better place to live. Well, so do we. And you invading our country, bringing your ass here illegally, is taking that away from us. Anyway, but yeah, he does that scene. I thought that was a good scene. And there's a scene at the end where he's just decorating his home with instruments of death. And it's wonderful. If you've seen Rambo in the past, you know what to expect. And people are saying, oh, fuck Hollywood, I'll never give him another dime. Great, that's you, that's your money. I like the Rambo movies. If you do too, you're gonna love this movie. People were getting fucked up in the best way possible, ways I've never seen, and they deserved it. Any good action movie, you have to justify the violence that is about to befall these bad guys. Another franchise that I think does a good job is John Wick. If you haven't seen the first one by now, I don't know what to tell you. Spoiler alert. But his wife is dying of cancer. She sends him a puppy in the mail. It gets there the day of her funeral. I mean, shit. And then these bad Russian dudes come. They break into his house. They kill the puppy. That's it. Whatever happens after this, you fucking deserve it, you monster. Shit like that. A good action movie has to set up and justify what's about to happen to these dudes. And this movie does the very same thing. And I'm reading the reviews and shit. Oh, it's the gore and the violence. Look, fool. It's a movie. Oh, and speaking of side note, somebody had a fucking 3-year-old in there last night. What is wrong with people? I'm sorry you want to go to the movie so bad, but you can't bring your toddler. And what movie theater is allowing that? When you sold those movie tickets to that family to go watch Rambo Last Blood and you saw them holding the hand of a 3-year-old, why didn't you say, we can't do this? It fucks it up. Kids can't be everywhere. The presence of children fucks it up in an adult setting. Now, if we're at a park or some shit, hey, the laughter of a child is wonderful. But if I'm in a rated R, damn near NC-17 movie, I don't want to be sitting next to your 4-year-old. That fucks up the vibe. Anyway, great movie. I recommend it. It shows a different side of Rambo. You know, has a family now. It's been 10 years since the last one. Lives on this ranch, has a family. And something happens to one of the members of his family. And there's a line in the movie where the lady tells him, you changed. They're talking about somebody else, and she says, well, even you changed. He's like, I didn't change. I just try to keep a lid on it every day. I was like, oh, shit. Somebody's about to take that lid off, and there's going to be a problem. Great movie. Check it out. I'm trying to find a parking spot to pick up my son from preschool. Let me get back to my weekend, but you know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe, hit that notification bell, utilize the PayPal link and the Teespring link to get your green gear. New stuff is there now. Please check it out. I am Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.